Yay, it's working fine. Atma Namaste, everyone. Atma Namaste, Christian R. Long, Life Enhancement Consultant, giving you a big and beautiful shout out on this Saturday afternoon. We're still in the weekend of Halloween, so probably people did Halloween party Friday night, probably a Halloween party tonight on Saturday, maybe even a Halloween party on Sunday. And I got my trusty dusty little volunteer shirt on that actually now I realize has a weird sticker on it from a doctor friend of mine. Allie, pick up your sticker. Paula, good to have you on. Susan, Atma Namaste, good to have you guys on. Hope you're enjoying your festivities. I spent the early part of the day doing some grocery shopping, getting some tailor-made clothing, getting my body type figured out. What's up, Ted? Atma Namaste, welcome. And then I spent some time, Linda Atma Namaste, spent some time with a friend of mine who is introducing me to the Denver yoga community. So last night we met up at a place called Yoga Pod, which is in Lakewood. Hey, Jose. And then we also met up at, how do I say it? Ethereal Yoga in Denver, Colorado, so not in Lakewood. And it was their 1 year anniversary, so yay! You're packed for Greece? Aren't you leaving next weekend? Isn't that when the retreat is, or is it on the 10th and 11th? I forget actually the dates of the retreat, the Arhatic Yoga retreat with Master Ko and Master Hector. You have to remind me of that. That's going to be an amazing. I have certain friends that I'm connected tomorrow. What? All right. Well, I stand corrected. Thanks, Susan. So I have some friends that are in Greece that were saying, "Oh yeah, they're super excited about going to the retreat," and I thought it was in the middle of November for some reason. Okay, maybe you're going early. Retreat is next weekend. All right, sweet. So I'm not losing it up here. Good, good, good. Well, I wish you safe travels. Get lots and lots and lots of energy, lots of healing, lots of insights and wisdom and clarity to move your life forward. Hey, Krista, Atma Namaste. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I want to jump on real quick, connecting it to a lesson that I learned that I'm super proud of, that I'm giving the old, good job, Christian. Good job, Christian's personality. Good job, more soul energy coming down and controlling the vehicles. Speaking of vehicles, so as I went to this 1 year anniversary for this yoga studio, where I got to meet both of the owners and then some of the students, and I got to observe one of the classes. I was too busy networking and talking to people outside of the class to actually be in the class. So this particular day, there was some Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of event. Atma Namaste Salah. There was some Ripley's Believe It or Not kind of event of weird things or weird people or shrunken heads or something. I don't know all the particulars about it. So, staying on point, staying on purpose, I went to this yoga studio, met everybody in there, mixing it up, doing my thing, talking about pranic healing or Arhatic Yoga, seeing how I can be of service to other people, how I can assist other people in their healing process, whether physical, emotional, relationship, financial, wherever there's a sticking point in their lives. Atma Namaste, Tatiana. And so there was almost no parking in the entire vicinity of these 3 buildings because of this particular event. So people were parking pretty much everywhere. And so I was like, oh, I'm just going to park here with my front blocking a little bit of a bank area. You know how you drive into the bank? You drive into the bank and you make your deposit, but you need that place clear. Well, you can kind of go around a car if it's parked halfway in that spot. So I wasn't necessarily obstructing traffic, but I was kind of pushed out a little bit. Hey, Eric, Atma Namaste. So I thought to myself, well, I'm just going to park here because it's really the only parking spot. It's a Saturday afternoon. This is not a well-populated area. There's no cops around. There's no tow trucks around. Shouldn't be a big deal. Shouldn't be a big deal, right? This is what my thinking is going on, right? So then I go in, and instead of spending a half hour or 40 minutes at this yoga studio, I end up staying there for like 3 hours, talking to this person, getting their background, what they're passionate about, what they're good at, how I can possibly assist them with their online or offline marketing or healing or collaboration of some sort, because these people are in a similar area of wellness, health, yoga, spirituality, meditation. So, there's opportunity to collaborate. What's up, Hannah? Atma Namaste. And so I thought to myself, I'm just going to stick around for a little bit longer than I expected because the conversation's flowing. People are asking about pranic healing. A couple clients came out of this event that they're like, I need to work with you. Let's get together. And then they're on the calendar for this coming week, which is great. An opportunity to spread the work. So, so I'm all like excited. I see the last person out of the studio who was the co-owner of the place, of the space. And I ended up leaving with her and my phone's dead. Good day from Oz. So I end up leaving, my phone's dead, which I had 3 hours, mind you, to charge it. You ever do that? You ever go to a place and you're like, I'll charge it later. I'll charge it later. I'll charge it later. And then you leave the place, never charging it, and then that's when you need it charged up. So I go in, so I'm walking towards that space where my car is, or where I think my car is, and it's gone. Like, vanished into thin air. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Hey, Christy, I'm in Namaste. So I was like, my car's gone, my phone's dead, and the place that I was in that I could have charged my phone for 3 hours is now locked. So there's nowhere to charge my phone. And I'm like, there's gotta be a place to charge my phone. So I go into a restaurant that's super crowded, and wouldn't you know it, there's an outlet to plug and I brought my charger with me because I always carry my charger with me because I know there's always that opportunity. So I take my charger, I plug it into the bar, and I'm charging my phone. So while I'm charging my phone at the bar, the guy's like, can I get you a drink? Can I get you something to eat? What's up, Eric? Always. Well, I actually have one of those portable chargers, no longer have to remember. Ina, I'm going to say, I have one of those portable chargers. It cost me like $20, and you can charge your iPhone up 3 times, actually 3.5 times, which is brilliant, right? You spend maybe an hour charging it, and then you can charge your phone up 3.5 times. But guess what? Didn't have that charger with me because I haven't had to use it for a while. So, charging up at the bar, the bartender is asking me if I want something. I don't really want anything, and I'm like, I got to call the tow company. I got to find the number of the tow company because the numbers weren't clear when I was looking around. What's up, Seth? Atma Namaste. So all this action's going on. And then I thought, well, you know what? While my phone's charging, let me reach out on Facebook. Let me connect to people on Instagram. Let me like some of their posts, make comments, follow up with some clients, follow up with potential clients. Like, let me make it productive while I'm trying to figure out that I'm going to be spending $250 to $450 on a towing fee. Now, if this happened in New York City where I was, it'd be about $600. Think about that, $600 to get your car back. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. So I'm messaging people, following up with people. I'm letting certain friends of mine know that, hey, my car got towed. I'm waiting to figure that out. Bugger sounds like an expensive night, for sure. And it wasn't even the evening. It was today, this afternoon. So I'm making it productive. And as I'm stilling myself, I realize something, and here's where the lesson comes into play. If this event of having my car towed unexpectedly, because most times when someone's car is towed, it's unexpected. You're not like, you know what, I'm going to park my car right here, and it's probably going to get towed in the next hour or so, whatever. And then you come out, your car's gone, you're like, I knew it was going to get towed. What's up, Elizabeth? Atma Namaste. So I thought to myself, how can, like 5 years ago, I would have been livid. I would have been like blood boiling, high blood pressure. I would have been angry, frustrated, irritated, yelling at people, swearing, throwing things. I would have been like infuriated, not at the tow truck driver or anybody, but at myself. I would have like deeply blamed myself. But I thought, here I am, beautiful day. What's up, Mark? Beautiful day, beautiful opportunity to share my teacher's work with other people who are open and receptive, who are in the world of yoga, meditation, and spirituality. And I was like, this is a beautiful experience. I like how your profile is from Saw. Good job, Mark. Sending out the love, brother. And here I was, cool, calm, collected, centered, and focusing on doing more goodwill and focusing on my purpose and on my work, not on the $250 or $450 I'm going to have to spend to get my car out of the towing thing. What's up, Misty? Abba namaste. Beard going in good. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. It's a constant, never-ending keeping it together. Every day, man. Every day. Day. So I was like in the moment realizing like, wow, this is awesome. Like I've reached another level of self-mastery, which for those of you not familiar with the term self-mastery in relationship to pranic healing and or Hatha Yoga means you've mastered your emotions, the lower emotions. So you've mastered greed, you've mastered excessive sexual lust, you've mastered the need for power, you've even mastered your thoughts, right? So self-mastery is really, really important. It's really high level, right? So I realized in that moment, it's a great song, by the way. Ariana Grande's. In that moment, I realized through my years of purification, my years of doing pranic healing, my years of doing Hatha Yoga, in that moment, there is a awareness or realization of a higher level of self-mastery. And I'm saying it from humility. It's not because of me, but it's because of my teacher, Grandmaster Choa Kuk Sui, and the senior masters who developed this system, provided it to me and millions of people around the world to have self-mastery and soul mastery, to master our thoughts, master our feelings, and master our actions. So I was like, this is amazing. So then guess what? I go outside looking for the tow truck number to call and say, because my phone is now charged, I gave $2 to the bartender for his inconvenience of me taking up that space. So I go out and I'm looking around, and I find the number. I call up the tow company and I say, hey, I'm calling about a car that you towed maybe 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago, and it's, make and model, etc. And they're like, we don't have a version of that at all. We don't have that in our records. And I go, what do you mean you don't have it in your records? I go, you guys are the tow company. Hey, Connie, Abba namaste. I said, you guys are the tow company. So of course, if you're the tow company in this area, so you're going to tow the cars to your lot. Where's my car? Dude, where's my car? And so I got off the phone confused, and she says, here's the number of the police department to call, and they can tell you with the VIN number which tow company has it. I was like, all right. So I call up the police department, and I said, this is the car, this is the intersection where it was taken, etc., 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 etc. And I'm like, what do you have on record? And they're like, what's the VIN number? And I was like, here's the VIN number, which I ironically enough had on my phone. And as I'm walking around the space where I thought my car was, taken, first tow truck taken, and then I thought it was stolen. Somebody stole my car. As I'm walking around the vicinity, bam, I see it right over in the corner in a parking lot that I literally do not have any recollection of parking there. Zero. No recollection of parking there. So at first I thought it was a tow truck took my car because I parked it where I shouldn't have parked it. Second, I thought it was stolen, but it was neither one of those things. But the point I'm making is throughout the entire process, from realizing that it was towed, to not having a charged phone, having to wait for the phone to charge, to call up the tow company, to find out that it wasn't towed, to call up the police station, to find out that it might have been stolen, that it wasn't stolen, then to finding the car, all of that took about maybe 35 minutes. Throughout the whole process, I was cool, calm, collected, completely relaxed because I had surrendered. Hey, Christy, Abba namaste. I had surrendered to what was. Well, hey, I made a mistake. I messed up, so I'm going to have to pay for my mistake financially. Got it. Thank you. I learned my lesson. But in that surrender, And in my non-reactionary state of not getting angry, not getting upset,